So welcome to this short video to give you some insights as to what happened at the RDLC conference here in Ibiza 2019.
Map of the day. So we've had some amazing speakers lined up. What we've done is this time we've invested time in members. So we can put everything up here, and this gives our whole course that we've taken around. This map gives us a course of the 2 days and what we've done to get this tribe to join together.
So we've captured different things. We've managed to have keynote speakers across the top there. We've got all of the different items. So these are the things that people wanted to ask questions on. And these are the deep community-based knowledge learns that people will get feedback from, or reflection from afterwards. So we're really excited about that. Well done to Caleb Storkey for that idea.
Now we kicked off, obviously Gary and I will generally open up the show, but we've gone
Worst
straight away
picture ever.
with what looks like Marty McFly meets Phil from EastEnders. And for the 3rd year running, we've had Miriam, Somerset Webb, Money Week editor, FT economist, open up and put the world to rights, and we're in actually a bloody good place.
She's given us, again, for the 3rd year running, huge amount of confidence about Brexit and where we are in that position. So effectively with Brexit, don't worry about it. We also talked about the Cold War and the trade war between China and America and how that's impacted people. For example, you can't buy peanut butter in Germany today. But what that will mean for us is an amazing opportunity with lots of businesses bringing onshoring back to the UK. So that's all the manufacturing that was in China is likely to be coming back to us. Jobs, opportunity, money. UK economy is in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, looking really, really positive. I mean, we've seen the lowest interest rates for 3,000 years. Europe, quite a tough place. We're seeing bonds at negative rates, so actually it's costing you to buy a bond in terms of you're not going to make any money of it. So that money's got to go back into the cycle somewhere. And what we needed to do with those learns and understanding the economy is we need to look at what you're going to do with that information. And then we moved on to Caleb Storkey, and Caleb got everybody to work with the ideas around what they were going to implement into their business and how they could do that with the people they know, they like and they trust, and how they could shift behaviours to everybody being positive and the tribe all having input on what those outcomes would be.
So working with Caleb, I've had the fortune of working with him for a while now. We talk about 3 different intelligence centres, so that's your gut, your head and your heart. So having the opportunity to work out who it is that you like and who will work with the organisation the best. Love that, he was brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. So once we've been through the form, storm, norm, perform, we moved on to James. Now James, quite an interesting character. He'd been a clown, a child's entertainer. And he took that entrepreneurial spirit and that energy, and when I say energy, it was extreme energy, and he's put it into business. He's broken it down into really, really, really simple rules. He's got his profit, his revenue, his team, and his culture. But he knows what he wants to be in 12 months' time, he knows what he wants to be in 5 years' time, and he makes sure that there's always an end in sight. He knows where the start is, and he knows where the end is.
He also talks to me in detail about when to sack yourself. So as a business owner, if you're walking out of being the major breadwinner, the hunter, the one who's actually making all the money for people, at what point do you either move away from that or retain that? Who's going to work on the running the business? It's genius, it's really clever.
He talked about innovate or evaporate. So who's going to innovate in your business? Where's the resilience coming from? Where's your fast pounds and your slow pounds when things get really tough? And then we had Amy Williams, an Olympic champion. An Olympic champion who was known as the best on the track, the best training champion there was, never really winning a gold medal anywhere or a #1 spot, actually smashing the gold and breaking the records on the fastest track known today. We've had a few Olympic champions speak to our audience, and one of the things that really resonated with me actually was how she took what she'd done and the training and the offsets and the things that had gone wrong for her, and she made them actually pluses for herself in terms of taking it forward and having a 4-year goal of winning that Olympic gold medal. But what was fantastic about her speech was she kept relating it to our businesses, our recruitment companies, how we could use the same thing she'd used to win a gold medal in our day-to-day business.
And she also talked about the team that she had around her, supporting her. It was a great example of marginal gains and how everybody came together to look at life as a pie chart. So your equipment, nutrition, training, each was a SWOT area. It was fantastic, it was really on point. We also recognised that I'm built for a skeleton. Last night we had fun. We're here at the Hard Rock, which has been great fun for us. We ended up there was a Kids of the 80s party that were all that, so music we all knew the words to, which was Change for Ibiza, and that was great fun. You saw heads this morning, but again, no one missed a session.
No, I'm hands up on one of those sore heads, but what actually refreshed me this morning was Savage. Now, if you've got a hangover or you feel a little bit tainted and feeling a little bit under the weather, try rowing the Pacific or the Indian Ocean or the Atlantic. Now, talk about resilience and courage. The story was amazing. I've never seen so many people just transfixed with chins on the floor.
It was power beyond belief. This lady went to sea for 5 months without speaking to anyone. She was rowing across the Atlantic. She had 4 oars, all of which broke. Her GPS had gone down. Well, some days she was going backwards. She had to dive into shark-infested water to cut off what is a sea anchor. The big learn for me was just set yourself an amazing goal and then just absolutely go for it regardless. It was really powerful stuff.
Yeah, a big message came from Roz, and that's take yourself outside your comfort zone. If you want someone to take you outside your comfort zone, there you go, Trevor Pinder.
But what a picture.
It's a great picture there of Trevor Pinder.
He looks nothing like that.
He looks nothing like that in real life, and if he did, he'd probably get locked up. Trevor's trained 63 RDLC agencies, 750 consultants, and 27 different business owners, and that includes 140 business managers. If anybody knows recruitment, it's this man here.
Trevor came in very hard, very fast.
Get a fucking clue!
He's part of the fabric and furniture of us. So when he was giving us the hard truths, it was very easy for us to understand and take it away. He told us how bad we are at recruiting, but how good we are at getting the people up and running. So get your onboarding right, to get your revenues right, how to get people to a deal within 12 weeks, what a deal would look like, and the methods of madness behind what we do.
And he talked a lot about culture. You've got to have the right culture in your business. So Trevor's got a famous saying, better to have a hole in your floor than a on your floor. And we move straight into Jits Kramer. She's an organisational anthropologist. Now, that sounds quite a sexy title, but really, she understands people. She understands how cultures are made. People make cultures and cultures make people. She went back in time to show us that no matter what we come up with in the new age of technology and whatever else, we're still humans, we're still Homo sapiens. We still have to learn to work together, we still have to share stories about what makes us better. It's how hierarchies are put together, it's how things are formed, it's how societies are broken down. It was one of the most interesting perspectives we've ever seen on culture inside a business.
I'm a massive advocate of tribe and tribalism. The RDLC is a tribe and we're very proud of that. And how you disperse your decision making to clever, brighter people who are different, who do different things. So make sure you've got a really strong finance team, make sure you've got a really strong marketing team, and don't make all the decisions yourself. So collaboration, who's the chief, who's the medicine man, really good stuff.
And then we moved on to a bit more industry focus. We had one of our own pirates, we had Carl Jones up there, and he was giving us the 10 commandments of commission. Commission sounds like a simple thing, pay somebody a bit of a percentage on top of something for doing a job. There's far more to it, and if you want to understand how to reward your people properly and to keep them engaged and make sure that retention is an intrinsic, not an extrinsic factor, you need to do that correctly.
He's also got a great app that you should be working with to make sure that your commission scheme is motivating people in the right way. Let me say this right. I wanted Gerald Ratner for a long time. There were some synergies. We both had some harsh headlines. We both worked in the jewellery market. I actually worked for him as one of my very first jobs. We both took 7 years out. So he talks about how the resilience of the man is off the scale. He's also electrically funny, which is something that we weren't expecting. But he had everyone sitting at the edge of their seats. And the story of how he came back, how his wife kicked him out of the house after watching Countdown at 4 o'clock, still wearing his pyjamas, and how he went into the workplace and went to try and find some money which wasn't there. Knocking on 30 bank doors. I mean, it's unbelievably strong, isn't it?
He was unbelievably strong, and the humility of the man was amazing. It's one of the best business stories I've heard. To go from zero to hero and back to zero again. He's up and running, and I'd actually like to put a shout out. If you want some jewellery, go online, look at Gerald's.
That's brilliant. And that was just in it. John, can you come in just in the shot, please? So this is the man that put this together. Look at him. Can you spot the artist amongst us? So he's been working tirelessly, I mean, absolutely non-stop. He just finished as we finish the final piece here. Come in. So this is Caleb. He's filming. How you say? So he ended up putting all this together and running the show for us. So as we finish today, we're off now to Nassau to have a bit of a wind up, a round up,
And a glass of water, I think.
a glass of water for him, 'cause he's still shaking. Like from Ibiza 2019, it's a wrap from us. We hope to see you here next year because it is brilliant.
Off the hook.
Ciao, ciao.